let's do this because my battery is dying. I am back, and I have all of the like paperback kind of books that I don't really read to him as often because I don't want him to destroy them and rip them because he does reach out. But if he's in a really mellow mood, then I will read some of these to him. He's being so noisy. The Kissing Hand. My friend Tiffany got this for me. It's really cute. I read it to myself one time and I was like, I'm excited. But again, it does have like actual paragraphs of sentences and he's not into that. So we're waiting on that. Some of these are actually from my childhood, like not actually bought recently, like they are from my childhood. I read these. This was my brother's book, The Nickel Nackle Tree. It has bright birds, it has counting, it has rhyming. I love this one so much, but look at this. So you can probably find a new version of it. The Egg. This one makes me laugh because it's so basic. The illustrations are so basic. Egg. And like sometimes, like this is a dog. That's a dog. But he likes it. These are the books I was talking about, A Little Golden Book Classic. So these are all like from the same company. My first counting book, Tawny Scrawny Lion, The Friendly Book, another version of Tawny Scrawny Lion apparently. I think I have multiples. And 2 versions of The Little Red Hen. So I don't know why I have so many, but that's fine because at some point he may rip them. And these are classics. I read these as a kid. Very, very cute. Got counting. Got morals, got cute illustrations and animals, if I didn't already say animals. So, I forgot The Little Red Caboose. And this is important because Ronan loves anything that goes like choo 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 or makes any kind of like motorized sound. This one is Jack and the Beanstalk. You guys know this is a classic story. This is from the dollar store. I got this from the dollar store one time. And I thought the illustrations were like pretty impressive and actually had the full story. Like there are a lot of words on here. Why do you keep saying but?
But.
But yeah, I like it and later on I think he'll like it. The Night Moon, you guys must know this one, a classic from when I was a kid. It does have some black and white illustrations which I never really understood that much, but obviously these ones are nice and colorful. You can point at stuff, you can say lamp, bunny, socks, so that's always cool. These are 2 that I asked for because I read them when I was little. Children of the Forest. I literally had to Google like kids book, children wear mushroom hats, and found like a Yahoo Answers on what this book was because I remembered it, but there are so many words, so he's not gonna like it until he's older. Like there are a lot. It's just too much. This story is really advanced, but I remember this and so I'm really excited for when he's like old enough. Then there's Leo the Lop. This is a very good story with a good moral about like inclusiveness and bullying and being unique, but again, lots of words. Really cute little bunnies, so he's not quite there yet. My family really hooked me up with the Mercer Mayer books. I read these when I was a kid. Ronan actually does enjoy these. I Was So Mad, Just Go to Bed, Just Grandma and Me, Just Grandpa and Me, Just a Mess, When I Get Bigger, Just Me and Mom. And I think there are more, but I read these when I was little and I loved them. And Ronan already actually does like these ones, even though the illustrations are like really busy, if you know what I mean. Like, there's a lot to look at, but the storyline is pretty basic and it's like talking about mom and dad, and there's like a lot of sarcasm in these which I enjoy. Like I think they're funny for the kid and the adult. These 2 were also from my childhood. 4 Famished Foxes and Fosdyke, and The Day Jimmy's Boa Ate the Wash. I think this one was my brother's favorite and I kind of vaguely remember it, so I wanted it for Ronan. It's pretty cute. The illustrations are, you know, way more intense than the books he's reading now. Like there's just so much more detail. And this one, I don't think my siblings read this one, but I remember it, so I really like it. I think it came out in the late 90s. Yeah, it came out in 1995, so I was like 3. And it's got a lot of F words, like not swear words, but you know, Fosdyke made 5. Farewell, cried their fox mom. I'm off for 5 days in Florida. So that is really fun. And I love foxes, so of course I wanted it for Ronan because like he has 3 stuffed foxes and he has like clothes with foxes, if you don't know. So it's kind of a theme in our life. That was my baby shower theme, was foxes. Ronan is watching Sesame Street. Again, most of these he has not read and he'll have to be a little bit older, but The Little Boy Who Lost His Name. This one's really cute because it's personalized. So my cousin Amanda and Sean, her husband, and her son Frankie got it for him. And then if you'll see at the end, the name that was lost is Ronan, so that will be really fun. I think he'll be really excited about it. These 2 came from my sister and her husband. 10 Little Pirates, 10 Little Monsters. I have never seen these or like heard of them before, but apparently they're very popular, and I see why, because they're super colorful, and there's counting, so it's educational. Just, yeah, this is pretty much what they look like, and they'll say, "Oh," and lots of, you know, fun sound effects you can make for your children. Here are two more of the crayon books. So this is The Day the Crayons Came Home and The Day the Crayons Quit. So again, you guys saw earlier, covers the colors. This one is a little more advanced, like The Day the Crayons Came Home. I think there's like postcards that you have to read, so he doesn't like to look at this yet, but they're so funny. It's like, "Oh, you sat on me and broke me in half. I would have never survived had the paperclip not nursed me back to health." So very dramatic. But he's not quite here yet, and I'm glad that I have some board books for him now and these for him later. This one came from the pediatrician, LMNOP. I'm sorry if like I turn this way and you can't hear me as much, but it's got little P's and the alphabet, and I haven't seen it in a while because it was like up in my bedroom here, lost somewhere, so I think he will like this right now. But we're builders, bathers, and bikers in a race. We're climbers, campers, and circus clowns. So C words, B words, you get the gist. My mouth is getting dry. This one I had when I was a kid, Blueberries for Sal. I think the author ended up living in Maine and raised his daughters here, and so the book, I think, takes place in Maine because it's about blueberries and bears and stuff like that. But it is too advanced for him. The illustrations are definitely different than the other books I have, and they're very pretty. And there is kind of like a little moral to the story here. I hold this one near and dear to my heart. I remember my mom reading this to me. These two books are like books within books, if that makes sense. You know how I have all these Mercer Mayer books? Instead of giving individual books, it's like a big copy with all the Berenstain Bear books in here. It's got the Berenstain Bears New Pup, the Berenstain Bears and the Trouble with Chores, the Berenstain Bears and the Wishing Star, the Berenstain Bears and Too Much Car Trip, etc. Like, I can't read them all, but very colorful, and I hope that some of you already know about the Berenstain Bears. Mouse, cookies, and more. So like if you give a moose a muffin, if you give a mouse a cookie, or I don't know, but there's a whole bunch of them being super mischievous. It's got counting, I think it's got some like interactive stuff. It came with a CD so that she could read it to you, and I think there's some songs in there, but I didn't really like that. Like, I'd rather just read to my own kid. But it is very cute, so I'm excited. He's not into these yet. Looking forward to it. How Do You Sleep? Actually, I think this is a library book. I think Stu rented this. I don't think we own this. Yeah, but it is really cute. I read it to him the other day, and we probably need to return it. Little bird in your nest, how do you like to get your rest? Stella Luna. I know that Liv and Linz, they love this one. This was from my childhood as well. I have tried many times to read it to him, and he's not ready, so I'll have to wait, but very, very cute. I almost, like, if he had been a girl, I thought about naming him Luna, but it's a very popular name right now. The illustrations are really cute. I think bats are adorable, so I am glad this book exists because it kind of like, I feel like people are scared of them or think that they're like gross. They're basically puppies with wings. That's basically what they are. The Little Mouse, the Red Ripe Strawberry, and the Big Hungry Bear. Classic from my childhood. Rhyming, great illustrations, there's a lot of emotions happening in here. He's scared, he's guarding a strawberry, he's gonna eat it all up, like, I love this one. It is The Train to Timbuktu, which I think I already had a copy of, didn't I? But can't have too many. Giraffes Can't Dance, so this is from my pediatrician. And we have not read this one yet, but it does seem to be colorful. I'm pretty sure it rhymes. Ronan loves dancing, so I think he'll understand this now, and he does have, like, I don't think it's around here, he has a giraffe, like a little plastic one, so we could probably read this soon. I don't think it's too advanced for him. The Rainbow Fish has a good moral about basically not being too vain, sharing with your friends, sharing is caring. I like it. This is what I had as a child, so I remember, and it's fun to, like, look at it shimmer. So he doesn't like this one yet. He will. Pete the Cat, Big Easter Adventure. Again, I think my stepsister Lauren got this for him before he was born because he was supposed to be born on Easter. But it has stickers in the back. This is just all like stickers and stuff back here, so that is fun. And a little poster. And then it's very colorful. The illustrations are kind of weird, almost like I wonder if a kid drew these. But it is fun. And we will read it on Easter, I'm sure, every year. The Clown of God by Tommy DePaulo. So I don't remember this. I think this might actually just be one of our books from our childhood that I don't remember. But I'll read it to him. The Tommy DePaulo book that I remember was like, I'll have to look it up, but there's another Tommy DePaulo book that I remember from when I was little. I don't remember this one. but the illustrations are pretty. I don't even recognize this book. This is a Disney book, apparently. I feel like this one is also religious. I'm kind of wondering if my dad gave these to me because he's religious. So maybe I should check these out and see if I want to keep them or not. Cute illustrations though. It's got a donkey. It's got a boy. I'm intrigued. I'm out of breath, but this is the second to last book, I promise. A isn't for fox. An isn't alphabet, so it'll say like, A isn't for fox. A isn't for socks. A is for ants that crawl over your socks. Rhyming animals, very common theme. Oh my gosh, llamas having like a pillow fight. That's adorable. They're wearing hats, so I recommend. You can teach the alphabet, you can have fun. Oh, the last book. This video is almost over, I promise. Toby. It's about a dog. I think my mom's friend Nancy also got him this one. When a young boy and his father adopt a dog from the animal shelter, things don't go smoothly. Their chosen dog, Toby, is having a hard time adjusting. Will Toby ever settle into his forever home? I'm pretty sure. And this book also came with stickers. And look at the little boy and him sleeping in the bed. So if you're a dog person, this is what's up. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up because it was so hard to make. It was a lot harder than I thought to make. And comment down below with either, you know, your children's favorite books or your favorite childhood books. Sharing is caring. I'm sure everyone would love a recommendation. And yeah. Continue reading. Reading is so important. But now I'm just gonna go get running. This video, I really don't know. It feels like it's gonna be really long. Just foxes and Fosdyke. But? What are you saying but for? Shh. Shh. It's like these books are gonna be